if you have been here and you have seen most of my videos, you must have seen the videos that I made about the 10 questions you should ask a woman that you are dating or about to date. I'm going to leave a link up here so you can go to that video. Now that you have started dating the girl, I want to take you on a journey with me or take you on a journey in that relationship. I'm not just going to tell you, ask her these questions and then I'm going to leave you to just go. I'm telling you, after you have asked her this question, what next? Okay, you guys have started dating. What are the red flags that you are going to see in that woman? And you know, this is not what I'm looking for. Women do not want you to notice these red flags, okay? Especially early on in the relationship or when they don't even care about in the relationship. They don't want you to notice these red flags, and I want to be pointing them out so that once you see this, you know that, well, the dating stage, getting to meet her might have worked well. However, this is not really what I want. So here are top red flags that women do not want you to notice. Number one is inconsistency of behavior. Let's paint a picture. I want you to understand what does inconsistency of this behavior that this woman will be doing. And I know, no. The thing is that we just typically will call it hot and cold behavior. They call it gaslighting. You don't know whether she likes you, you don't know whether she doesn't like you. You're like, yeah, the bottom line is that that is a red flag. If you start dating somebody and you don't know where you stand, do you get, especially when you have made your own intention known? Oh, I want a more serious relationship with you. You have gone out on dates and whatnot. You should be mindful because the inconsistency of her behavior might come when you are offering things to her. Okay, let's go out on a date. Yeah, let's go. But when you're like, oh, let's go to church or let's go for a more serious activity, let's talk about your career. Let me get to know you on a deeper level. The person is showing cold feet and being cold on that side. Do you know what I mean? The person is not being consistent on that part. But when it comes to fun, especially with Nigerian women, especially with African women, you see that a lot. Inconsistency of character. Sometimes they are in a sweet relationship that is working for them. They just want to waste your time. They just want to show you, oh, I care about you today, but tomorrow, Oga, Otilo, you don't go, you have to disappear. Because what that is simply showing you is that this person does not care about you. So why would you be in a situation or be with someone that does not care about you or is showing you inconsistency? When you want this thing, sometimes you wake up in the morning, you're like, does this girl really love me? Or tomorrow you're like, it seems as if this girl don't love me. You know that situation whereby she sends you a text and you are jumping up, thank God, this girl don't send me a message to do. No, she doesn't like you. My bet is that she is in a serious relationship with somebody else. You're just a backup. I don't even think you're a backup. You're just there for whenever you have something to give. Inconsistency of character is a major red flag that when you notice in a woman, you leave. Number two is something that a lot of you must have related with. You have heard me say it a lot on my channel, on all my social media platforms, which is constantly running on your screen. You constantly hear me talk about lack of accountability in women. Women are not accountable. And I tend to believe that even yesterday, I was having that conversation with a friend of mine. A lot of women are quick to anger. So when they're that quick to anger, that boom, that person is angry. And she doesn't sit down to process or justify the anger and then the next action. Do you know what I mean? Like the person is on the wrong. Let's bring it down to the lack of accountability that I'm talking about. She's on the wrong. She did you wrong. Okay? It's not hard to tell you, I'm sorry. She tries to spin it around to make it seem as if they don't want to take accountability for their action. Is common with women, but most especially it's a red flag. When someone is not accountable when they are wrong, the person cannot say sorry. Oh, okay, we are supposed to go out on a date. You didn't reach out to me. What happened? It's like, well, Shelly, I call you now. You know, people. That was not the question. Do you get what I mean? That was not the question. Oh, I called you later now, pick me, then call me now, I no call you. What's that? Okay, we have already reached the time, 2 p.m. We are going to and so place. It's 2 p.m. You didn't reach out to me. 3 p.m. You didn't reach out to me. 6 p.m. You called me, maybe I didn't pick. You're like, oh, you're not saying that from 1:30, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., I am the reason why you didn't come out for our agreement. You didn't say anything. How is it my fault? Do you get what I mean? It's not just women at this point. Anybody that does not account for their action, it's a problem. It's wrong. It's a red flag. Sometimes when you are dating a woman, you might not notice this thing. She doesn't show it to you. Do you get what I mean? Or you are maybe 1 year, some people can pretend well. Maybe 1 year in that relationship, she has not shown you that. But how does she respond to other people? When she talk about her work and she's like, oh, so of my friend did this, or so of my colleague did this, and this happened. Even when the person talks about the things that they have experienced, you should have talked about this a lot. Listen to the things that people are not saying, especially those things they are not saying directly to you. When somebody is making a story about their experience, how they treated others, that is something they are not saying. Because most of the time, we don't tend to listen to those conversations because you're like, oh, it's just a story. No, actions are there, characters are there, attributes are there. Even genetics play out in people's story. So if you're not listening enough, if you're not careful when somebody is telling a story, you will miss the point. Do you know what I mean? So when I talk about lack of accountability, I'm also talking about I'm pointing you towards it's not just you. Listen to what she does with others. The person doesn't take responsibility for their actions, they just do something like whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not this. It's always a big deal, darling. Always. Number 3 is excessive jealousy. See if you are on this channel, pin down. Honestly, I have a lot of juicy content for you guys if you are patient. Stay with me. We are working on a journey. I have a video that is coming up. I do a lot of research before I bring out my videos, okay? I'm working on a video about toxicity in relationship. I am going to talk about my experience. I'm going to talk about other people's experience so that you don't walk into a toxic relationship. And one of the red flags and one of the signs of a toxic person is excessive jealousy. Now let's break it down. This is an interactive section, darling. I want you to have fun while listening to this. At the same time, pick the most important points. Now listen. There is such thing as a healthy jealousy. There's a way that your babe will be jealousy sweet. There's a way your guy will be jealous. Babe, why are you wearing this out? Is the cleavage not too much? Babe, this skirt is too hot though. It's mild jealousy. It's sexy even. But as a person jealous, I don't want other people to see your sexy legs. Like people like us that have the most delicious legs in the world. A guy will be like, oh, Shade, don't want you to show off your sexy leg that much. I'm like, oh, darling, it's God given. You get? Let's stay on track. Anyway, now look at the things that a woman will be like, oh, babe, this your top, see hair, see chest everywhere showing. Healthy mind jealousy, childlike, funny, cheerful, even. But when it comes to that jealousy, where the person is telling you, who are you? Like, there is something about who are you talking to and who are you talking to. Tone of voice, context, timing. When you are with a woman that is excessively jealous, that hacks your phone, she mirrors the thing on your phone. She wants to know who you are talking to, why you are talking to this person, who did you send money to, why did you send money to this person, why did you do this, why did you, Madam, ayẹyẹ ló ga apa. We go fry egg for you. What is the problem? Once you start noticing that excessive jealousy, you can see the redness in their eye and see, who is this baby are greeting? And to calm down now, the aggression, they want to know everything about anything. Why are you eating by this time of the day? Having transparency in your relationship is up to you. Oh, maybe both of you have shared your password, blah, blah, blah. But she's always on your matter. Why are you calling this girl my babe? Why are you calling this girl darling? There's some difference that you have that she doesn't even know how the year worker enter your life. You have some friends that there are some friends that are my guy. I don't know, I don't do that kind of friendship where I call a guy babe or anything. Wow. Anyway, I don't do that at all. But I do have these friends, even some of them are on my channel that we have passed. We're no longer like friends, you know, and they're guys too. They're no longer like friends. They're more like brother, a fine blend of brother and friendship. That even when you hear our conversation, even if you're not careful, you might think it's a boyfriendish, or you'll be a bit confused. But if you listen to the whole conversation, you will not see anything romantic in it. Okay? But the thing is that when somebody is excessively jealous, they want to break down every relationship that you have built, not even caring the foundation. Woo! There are some causes that you have that they are almost in that relationship zone with you, like they could talk about anything. You guys can talk about anything in your relationship, how crazy your girlfriend is, how freaking interesting your boyfriends are, or whatever. And when you listen to those kind of conversation or you see their chat on the phone, you might think this is something else. Even some of your ex-girlfriends or ex-boyfriend that are genuinely good, the relationship did not work. Anyway, guys know how to keep those kind of friendship more than girls, you know, where they still had that cordial relationship with their ex, or still had that cordial relationship with their past. But we women, we don't want to understand that. We don't want that. And the place is it's fine if you don't want to understand that, but a woman that breaks down all your relationship, all your friends, excessively jealous. Why are you constantly going out with this your particular friend? The way this guy is drinking, he's going to corrupt you. But I've known this guy before you. This guy did not corrupt me since I know him. But as you don't enter my life now, you believe saying go corrupt me. Excessive jealousy. Nah, red flag. If you know what is best for you, if you're my brother, I'll tell you to leave. But of course, most people know the hear word. They one day there, die for the matter. Once a woman starts manipulating you emotionally, she begins to show you emotional witchcraft, emotional voodoo. The more you look, the less you see kind of game plan. Okay, leave. She guilt trips you. Every time you are at fault. Every time you are at fault. Why didn't you do this thing this week? It's as if you are now dating a saint. She shows you a lot of silent treatment. Any little thing, she's no longer talking to you. People that do that, I think they are just childish. They're just kids. Don't want to talk to this person. Blah, blah, blah. How do we fix our problem if you're not talking to me? Silent treatment. Most of them are emotional manipulations. Okay. And I don't know what is it about this silent treatment that used to get to men. If babe is not talking to you, you're feeling bad. Like, why are you feeling bad? Allow the person to pass through the emotion and whatever they are feeling comfortable. The person can come and talk to you. In my own head, though, if somebody is not talking, I'm like, whatever. But I don't know what it is about silent treatment that works with men. As far as I'm concerned, that is an emotional manipulation, because if you are not talking to me, how then are we going to fix our problem? So you need to find a way to have a conversation with me. We need to talk out our problem. We need to have this conversation. So yeah, emotional manipulation is a huge red flag that whenever you see in a woman, you leave. And a lot of time you see women emotional out emotional outburst. The person said, why are you doing this? Yeah, da, da, da. Just to get her way. There's this reality TV show about building and renovation. If you know me well, I must have told you about this renovation show. a 1 billion and one time. I just love renovation and whatever. So the show is The Block. They're currently showing their 2024 season. They're currently on the 20th season and are currently watching it. So these people on this show, okay, you could always see this woman. Oh, if how would you show that you love me if you don't work out from this? Something that this man had put in his blood and sweat on, you're telling him to walk out of it. Emotional outburst, manipulating the man into losing things that are life changing because you want to just get your way. And like I said earlier, most women are not good with processing their emotion. They act now and think later. So those emotional outbursts, manipulative emotional outbursts, tilted towards getting her own way, is a red flag. And it is time for you to leave because if you are not careful, she's going to suck you in. And you realize that you are doing things, going out of your way, going out of your comfort zone, just to make the person happy. So, yeah, emotional manipulation is a huge red flag. Once you see it come up, it disappear. The fifth one, and the last but not the least, liars. Women that lie for a living. Where are you? Hmm. 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 Hello, babe. How are you? Mm-hmm. Where are you? Mm-hmm. Have you eaten? Mm-hmm. She dey man house. Liars. She lies about the little things. Where are you? She can't tell you. What did you even eat? I ate. In front of her to say I drank garri with groundnut, which is a very healthy meal. She's telling you how she ate rice and stew and chicken and kirianga. How I bought my hair for $1 billion. Auntie, easy now. So she's hyping herself up. She's telling you lies. It's from the little ones the big one starts. You're giving her money, maybe give this money for me or do this one for me. She has spent it on useless things and she's telling you stories. Dishonesty in relationship. She's lying about things that are not worth. According to you, it might not be worth it. But some people are pathological liars. They lie for a living. So when you notice dishonesty in relationship, constantly, I know we all do white lies here and there, but there are things that you have called this person your babe. Why? Let me call you on video call. We don't get lights. A lot of excuses. Babe, what's up now? Help me with so and so thing. I no get to. I never shop. I no get gas. Lies. If you notice these things when you are dating or when you have started dating a girl, it's time for you to do what? Take your exit and disappear. So there you have it. If you're just seeing me, my name is Oringoshade Oringo. I love to talk about relationship, travel. I love to talk about food. I love to talk about a lot of things. And of course, I love storytelling. So if you are new on this channel, thank you and welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, eh, you already know how it goes, darling. Thank you so much for being here. I so much appreciate you. Turn on the bell notification, subscribe, comment, like, so that other people will see this video. And you know what is better than all these things? Remember to share it to people that need it. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye. Love you.